Well, welcome to the show.
Yeah, this is the best of the memories.
That's right, Volume 1.
So, yep, well, really, let's just be honest and tell people what's going on here.
That's, yes.
We're about 60 years older now,
Yes, that's right.
far into the future.
Far into the future. We are coming back to you from a distant point in time.
And as we know, you don't know, there are very many time machines available in the future.
That's correct. Time travel is a common, everyday occurrence.
So we scraped together some change and we went into a used time machine dealership.
Mm-hmm.
We bought a nice 2057 model.
Yes, it was a good year for time machines.
It really was. And we decided, well, I don't know about you, but I've sat around for the last 60 years just beating myself up that we never put out a best of.
Yes, it was really quite a shame. We had very many bits and clips that are worth listening to again.
I could not agree with you more, Ty. So we went back to our younger selves, gave them this gift that we put together,
Yes.
and now hopefully they're going to play it for you.
Hopefully, once they get over the shock of seeing themselves really old.
Maybe they might not want to do this anymore.
No. They might not want to. Rocky, you probably shouldn't have shown them your genitals and how low they've now been sagged.
I thought he had a right to know. If anybody does, it's him, damn it.
You might have ruined him, I don't know.
But we'll go through pretty much our first 15 episodes, some of our favorite clips, some things that people probably didn't hear because at that point, I don't even think we released the first 3 episodes.
No, the first 3 episodes were lost. They were lost episodes.
So we cut some of our favorite clips from those 3 and about 15 others.
That's right.
Some of our favorite guests, some of our favorite original music that was played, and a good time was had by all.
Yes. But I have a question. Our listeners are ambassadors of the future, but now are they ambassadors of the past?
Oh my goodness, I think you just blew my mind, Ty. We're the ambassadors of the past. Are we ambassadors of the future?
I don't understand anything anymore. My bladder is full.
And I have dementia. Anyhow, yeah, you'll be sitting in with us hopefully for the next about an hour or so, and we're going to just reminisce on things. So what should we reminisce on first, Ty?
Perhaps we could harken back to our second episode. I believe I had an unfortunate misunderstanding.
Yes, that sounds good. The first episode, there wasn't really a lot going on. We were kind of just jibber-jabbering about this and that.
Yeah, we were wading through new territory.
The second episode, I feel like we really sort of... Well, what's the expression I'm searching for here?
I don't know. Settled in.
Settled in, that's fine with me.
Okay, let's go with it.
So let's settle in with this clip from episode 2, where Ty learns how to... what's the expression I'm looking for? Yeah, Ty learns how to look at people in a new light.
Yes, perhaps.
We're back. Now I got a question to ask you, buddy.
Yeah.
Now, just whenever I feel like I really get to know you, I mean, you're a really good person, I believe.
Thank you.
Yeah, no.
I'll try to be.
Yeah, sure. And you're really open-minded. I've never really seen you get angry. But I was, like most of us do, I was looking through my Facebook the other day, just kind of skimming through and seeing what's doing, looking at everybody's pictures of themselves.
Yeah, just creeping, just Facebook.
Just creeping, yeah. I want to see what people are having for dinner. Because they post pictures of
Yeah, I was really interested in an Instagram of your dinner.
Oh, yeah,
so,
sure. I was interested in my dinner, too.
Were you?
Yeah, that was great. I love to see when people are washing their cars.
I do, too.
I love a good car wash picture.
Yep. I always like to know when someone is getting ready for work.
Oh yeah, and how much they hate it,
and how much they don't enjoy.
Yep. And
work.
Yeah, they're usually tired.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are things that I need to know because I can't feel them myself.
I don't have any sort of way to relate to that. So
absolutely. So I love it when people say things like that to really kind of makes me. I guess it makes me look at things from a different perspective.
It really
like,
does.
Oh shit, I'm in a big world.
Yeah.
There's stuff like this happening every day, man.
Every day there's a guy this specific guy has to get ready for work, and he doesn't enjoy it. Having to go to work.
This girl, I just got new shoes. Yay!
Yay!
That's awesome.
Yeah. Or like I was just interested. I was getting on Facebook and I was like, I wonder what this girl is having for lunch today. And then it said, Breadco. She checked in. You can check in on Facebook and say I was here.
I was at this Breadco. Like I was at the St. Charles Rock Road Breadco.
Yeah. So
that's
I was
great,
like, okay, now I know. I was just wondering where she was going to eat lunch that day.
Yeah, I know. I love that's the main reason that I use Facebook.
Yeah.
That being said, I was looking at Facebook and I come across a post that you made and you seemed I guess a bit angry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's go into that. Like, what was going through your head? What happened, man?
I guess are you referring to the incident I had? I guess while driving.
Yeah, that's it. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that
actually no. What your lunch was that day?
Oh, my lunch. Well, I decided to go to Qdoba. And did you see I put that they didn't have any guac?
Yeah,
so
that was bullshit.
Kind of angry. It was bullshit.
But I do remember driving as well.
Yeah. Okay, so that day, this is a story of me being a dick.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah, I was driving. I went to grab some gas, pick up some gas in the gas station, as people who need gas usually do. And I had kind of a stinky morning, like my car had been acting up, and I had just gotten it out of the shop, so I was kind of not in the greatest mood. And I'm pulling out of the gas station to pull onto the road, and there is it was really busy on this street. And so I'm waiting to pull out, and I'm not really getting any opportunities. And I see a car pull up behind me, who is obviously has to wait for me to go. So of course I'm thinking this guy's gonna think I'm like a puss, and that I'm too afraid to pull out.
Don't you hate that? That is the worst. Whenever I'm sitting at a traffic light and you get the yield sign, that you can yield to make a left turn is the worst.
Yeah.
I hate that because there are cars coming, and I'm kind of a puss when it comes to making a left turn.
Yeah, and you got to be real careful. You can't second guess yourself.
And I'm good. I'm good until somebody pulls up behind me, and then I get like it stresses me out like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. You're like, oh god, this guy's gonna think.
And then I'll just keep sitting there. I'll be like, all right, well, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it turns green. I don't care.
I'll just wait.
So I can agree. I definitely know where you're coming from there.
So yeah, I'm waiting to turn out onto the street, and he's pulled up behind me, and I'm already thinking like this guy's gonna get impatient and he's gonna think I'm being a wuss. So I see him kind of edging up behind me, and it's taken a while for me to get an opening to pull out into the street. And then he pulls up. I see him pull up to my right, directly right beside me, and I think he's gonna like try to cut me off. Like he thinks I'm taking too long, so he's gonna try to cut me off. So we're sitting there for a second. I'm ignoring him. I'm like angry. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude doing? Like, being a dick guy. And I hear a honk, and it's him. He honks, and I'm like, all right, asshole. Okay. So all I do is I don't even look at him. I just flip a bird. I just flip a bird to my right while I'm looking to my left at traffic. Just flip a bird in the sky, a proud, just flying bird.
Yeah, sure.
And then all of a sudden there's an opening, and I take off and I get out, and so I'm like, gosh, that guy was a dick, and I'm like, I'm really glad I did that. That probably looked really cool that I did that. Yeah. And I was kind of annoyed. So I get home, get out of my car, and I see that my gas tank is open, and my gas cap is dangling, which would have been on the right side of my car. So really what this guy was doing was pulling up to say, hey, buddy, your gas cap's open, and your gas cap is dangling.
So you flipped off a good Samaritan.
I flipped off a good Samaritan, and I felt like the biggest piece of shit ever. It was awful.
That was a turn, man.
I felt so bad.
Oh, nice.
And that's so not me to do something like that. But I was, like I said, I was in a bad mood, having a bad day. And it really wasn't like that malicious of a thing. Like that, I wasn't like hateful and angry at this guy. I was just like, this normally bothers people, so I'm gonna throw him this bird because that'll probably make him angry.
Your mind will play tricks on you too. I mean, all the pieces to the puzzle were there.
They were there, right?
They were all there, and anybody could probably. I wouldn't like it if I'm trying to pull out and the guy behind me pulls up next to me and starts honking at me.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, what else? So that's exactly what I thought. So I gave him the bird, went home, and then realized that I was the fool. I felt the fool.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, and and it was a lesson to me actually that to just assume the best, I guess, and if someone is seems to be being hostile, to respond to that with love and grace and good vibes rather than giving them the bird.
That's what it's all about. It's hard to do though. A lot of
Yeah,
times.
that's really tough.
It is really tough.
And
I
I'd
need
like
to
to
not.
just say, don't be a dick and flip people off.
So don't be a dick, and you should flip people off.
Well,
don't be a dick and flip people off.
Basically, don't be a dick and
period.
And then also flip people off. But flip people off.
Flip people off.
That's childish.
That sounds good though. I'd like to give somebody the butt flip.
That'd be good.
That'd be hard to do too. Maybe people would be really offended by that.
I think they might be.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we got next episode. We'll come up with that.
Yeah, we're gonna have pretty awesome closers at the next episode.
I wonder, when do you think we're ready for a guest? Maybe if we could round something up.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we already have Kenny interested.
Kenny is interested. I sent that reel out, and Kenny bit.
He bit.
I'm kind of taking him in slowly.
Yeah. So
as soon as we can come up with $100, of course, to pay him for his time.
$100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll sit in with us possibly. Maybe next episode. Maybe the episode after that. We're not really sure.
Possibly. We'll see.
But this will probably be our last episode from the compound that we're at now.
Yeah.
So. Next episode, I'm sure we'll have a squeaky clean new domain that you will not be able to tell any difference.
No. So maybe it'll change our atmosphere though, and we'll be in different moods.
Yeah, maybe
because of our location.
Maybe we'll be assholes.
Might be.
Maybe it'll be like Amityville Horror. And the apartment will have a terrible effect on
What if you move into a haunted apartment?
What if I'm just like, yeah, what if we turn on the CSP and all of a sudden I'm catch him and kill him?
Oh no.
Catch him and kill him all of a sudden.
Oh no.
And you'll go downstairs to get like a glass of ice water or something, and then you'll see on my refrigerator the lettered magnets, and they spell out catch him and kill him.
Oh shit.
You would probably leave mid-show.
I'm kind of afraid now.
And I wouldn't blame you for leaving mid-show.
I'd stick around and see what happens.
I would just hope that you would find a way to fight me off and then get me into a boat.
Yeah.
And drive me away a little bit to where we're like mid-sea.
That'd be good.
And then I wait for me to wake up.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to get a priest though.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that either.
So
we got to be in the middle of the ocean. That way you can think I'm. Can think I'm better, but I can drown you.
Yeah, there you go.
And then they'll never find your body.
That's pretty awesome. The way they do things.
Catch him and kill
works.
Well, shall we move on then, Rocky?
Well, that sounds like a plan to me, Ty.
Well, how about we play a song that was once played live on the show?
Well, I don't recall a song ever being played on the show live, Ty.
Well, it was a song by a young, then unknown Kenny Many Killer.
Oh my goodness, how could I have forgotten Kenny Many Killer?
Yes, it was before he struck it big and became a massive rock and roll singer in a band.
I think he went by the name Dr. Sex.
I believe so. Those were booming times for Kenny. But alas, everything comes to an end.
And do you still ever hear from Kenny Many?
No, but I did enjoy reading about him in the tabloids from time to time.
Oh, yes, I've caught his name in many a periodical over the years.
Yes. I think the last I heard, he lived in a harem full of women in the Congo.
Yes, well, I've heard that he had made a lot of terrible financial decisions.
Oh, yes? Like what?
Well, one, of course, was the acquisition of the XFL.
Oh, Jesus. That was a failure.
Didn't work out too well for poor Kenny.
Definite failure. Well, I guess, shall we listen to it now?
Well, sure, I got some time. Why don't we just flash back upon it now?
Yeah.
How should we begin?
I roll the hops.
Well, hey, we have a special treat.
Yeah.
What a treat this is.
Kenneth here is going to play us a tune, an original, right, Kenny?
Yeah, for the most part.
And I believe it's called, what, Via Con Dios?
Yeah, Vaya Con Dios.
Really?
It was a song that I wrote for a band by the name of Los Hombres Conquistadores.
Cool. Well, that sounds good. Go ahead and take it away, a little Vaya Con Dios. on CSP.
Yeah.
Great, man. Man,
That was awesome.
you lost me for a little bit there, dude.
Nice.
I was into it.
Yeah, I went on a journey.
Oh, what a fantastic memory, Ty.
Ah, yes, memories, I love them.
I love thinking back on a nice solid memory.
I do too. Sometimes I just live in my memories in the past because I know I don't have much future.
Yeah, that's very true, Ty, for both of us. Both
Yes.
older men now.
It's getting grim.
Speaking of memories, though, I remember a time when Corey Simpson was expecting a little one.
Ah, yes, Corey Simpson, our occasional guest and friend of yours.
Absolutely, he's a great man. I think the child grew up to become a wonderful young lady.
Did she? I thought it was a boy.
No, it was a lady.
Okay.
You didn't keep in touch as I did, I guess.
No, I suppose not.
But you may remember this conversation as heavily weighing in on the subject of the movie Jack.
Ah, yes, Jack, one of the greatest films of all time. Speaking of, did you watch the Academy Awards last night?
I watched up to the point where Fast and the Furious 17 got nominated. Is that what you're referring to?
No, but that was my second favorite part of the show.
I fell asleep right after that.
Yes. My first favorite was when Virtual Tupac, who was the host of the show, gave Robin Williams the Lifetime Award.
Whoa, it's been a really big year for Virtual Tupac, hasn't it?
It has. He's had a big he's the new L'Oreal cover gangster.
Oh, like I was going to say, I see him on every commercial on the virtual TV that I watch, the hologram television I got.
He's really been given a second life.
Very much.
Virtually.
But Robin Williams Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yes, I believe it was mostly based on the film Jack also.
Wow. Well, that's very interesting.
Yes, yes.
Well, what do you say we think back on this conversation?
Let's do.
Come stand a little bit closer, breathe in and get a bit higher. You'll never know what hit you when I get to you. I don't know if I need, but
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ty. I was thinking about my favorite song.
Well, that's okay. Wait a second. That's your favorite song?
No.
Okay.
Let's really think about the actual conversation now.
So, I was speaking with an old friend,
Oh yeah,
which is always a pleasure.
yeah. I've
I
always
was seeing an old friend,
seen an old buddy.
having a couple beers. He's been kind of flying below the radar lately because he's going to have his first child,
Whoa,
and I think he's unprepared for it.
that's a big deal.
It is a big deal, and it's man, to me, it seems like his girlfriend's been pregnant for 2 years.
Yeah, it has. It seems like it's been a while, right?
Forever. But next month, the child is due. So I went back, and he hasn't been paying his phone bill because he's got to take care of all this other crap. He's got to buy a crib. He's got to get a stroller.
Sheesh.
So he's been really hard to get a hold
That's
of.
real life right there.
I know, man. I managed to get a hold of his mom because I was in back at the homelands,
Oh yeah,
back in the
little
Podunks.
home front.
So I wanted to get together with him, and we went to a small bar. We were talking, and oh man, this is another thing too. Going off topic a little bit, but going into some of those bars, just in the boonies, out of the way,
Yeah.
run down shitty little places. It's amazing, like, because he wanted to get a shot because he hasn't been out of the house in 6 months. He hasn't talked to a friend in a while.
Jeez.
So we had a lot of catching up to do. I really didn't want to take a shot,
No,
and he wants to get a shot of Captain just straight.
just straight up.
So
Trying to get a little tipsy.
yeah, of course. They don't even have shot glasses at this place. They pull out 2 plastic Solo cups.
That's funny.
and then they're just pouring.
Just dump a little in there.
They're dumping it in there, and then he's telling the sob story to the bartender. Yeah, I got the kid. I got to buy the stroller, and I'm working overtime,
Jesus.
and so they're like, "Well, you're gonna probably need a little bit more than that." Before this, I'm not even kidding you, dude. The Solo cup's halfway full of straight Captain,
Oh my gosh.
and then he's looking at me like, and I was even telling her, "Well, you probably not to film." All right, well, just okay.
I guess so.
I guess you're gonna keep doing that then. I appreciate the offer, but I really don't even want to take it in the first place. But so he's looking at me, let's take this shot. I drove up here. I wasn't even expecting to drink.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm drinking half of a cup of Captain
Just straight
Morgan.
Captain.
It's a mouthful.
That's pretty intense. Do people just do that? Do people just go somewhere for a shot? Like,
Sure.
I just want a shot.
Sure, man.
Do they?
Kind of take the edge off. That's like
Go.
old school.
That is old school.
I wish that I had.
That's
that
like
kind of
walking into an old
tolerance.
cowboy bar and like,
Yeah.
just give me a shot of that shit.
I've never been like thirsty for a drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
I've never been like, man, I'm parched. I gotta wet my whiskey.
Yeah,
I
that's
need to
true.
give me some whiskey.
Been out in the fields all day.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of movies that you see, people are just like they're thirsty for it. Like the way I would be thirsty for a drink of water.
Yeah, no.
They
Just
gotta
like
go
I need
and
some
get a
fire
drink.
water.
Yeah. But no, I'm not that way. I like to drink and have a good time, but I've never needed a drink.
No.
But anyways, yeah, going back, he asked me to be the godfather of the child.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
That's intense.
that is intense.
Really? What'd you say?
I told him no.
You said no.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, thanks, dude.
No, I said yeah, sure. I told him I'd make him an offer he can't refuse.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, man. And then I kissed him, and I said, I knew it was you, Corey.
Did you?
Yeah.
How was that? Did you kiss him in the middle of this podunk bar?
Of course.
Hey,
Yeah.
whatever
we
you're
got,
into.
yeah, we got beat up. We got
You
hate crime.
did?
Yeah, fuck
That's
yeah.
all right. That was
No.
family.
But so I don't really even know what goes into being a godfather to a child.
Yeah, I think you're. I don't know. The only thing I ever hear about that is if he dies, you have to take care of the baby.
If Corey dies,
If
then I
Corey dies, and I guess his lady dies.
oh,
If they
because-
die in like a car accident
Oh yeah.
over on some night road,
Like she's looking at the map,
Yeah.
and Corey's like, "Just find the place," and she's like, I'm
Yeah,
trying,
exactly.
I can't find it. Oh, whatever. Do I have to do everything and drive?
Exactly, yeah. And then they get and they don't see the semi, and they get head-on
Yeah.
collision, and then she ends up covering the baby with her body and
Mhm.
protecting it from the flames.
Yeah, and then the baby survives.
Yeah, the baby survives.
And then they're calling Uncle Rocky.
Uncle Rocky.
Yeah. So I mean,
You made a commitment.
I did. So I mean, if I really liked the kid, maybe I could just have them rubbed out.
If you could just, I think that would work. If
And
you,
then I
you
would be
could
the-
kill him.
So
You'd have to do it so nobody knew it was you. I'm assuming, or at least so that they couldn't bust you for it.
I guess if the baby dies, I have to take care of Corey then.
Do you have to? I think so. I think that's what it is. It goes either way.
That'd be sweet, man. I mean, that would be
I think
like
you know-
terrible. But
I think maybe you take the place of the baby.
oh, I have to become the baby.
You have to become the baby.
That's what the Godfather. See, I didn't even know that.
See, there's a lot of rules to it, but I mean,
Man. Well, hey, man. I already signed up for it. I guess I got to go
Good.
back through grade school. This is assuming the baby's. I wouldn't even say that. It's assuming that maybe the baby will just move somewhere else. and
Maybe,
it
yeah,
will hang
yeah.
around. So if the baby decides it doesn't like where it's at and it wants to go somewhere else,
I think so.
I still would take the place.
You have the option of taking the place. So
That's
unless
a
you find
big-
another,
That's a
but
big responsibility.
it is, isn't it?
You got to go back through grade school again.
You
gotta
do.
you gotta learn how to ride a bike all over. Do I have to act like I don't already know how to ride a bike?
I think so, or maybe you're just like some sort of like savant, like you're just the smartest kid in class, and
Or maybe I could get like Robin Williams, like Jack.
ooh, that would be good.
Yeah, where like I'm Jack all of a sudden.
Yeah,
I'm
That'd be
just
great.
like I'm like a small child, but I'm like a 20-year-old's body.
that'd be excellent. You could tell him, yeah, you have that syndrome.
Man, I wonder why like people don't try to. I wonder if anybody's ever tried to like do like a Jack on somebody, like they have it all planned out.
Yeah.
I don't know what they would gain from that, but like having like a guy and a girl get together, and then they have like one of the guy's buddies, and all of a sudden like he's Jack.
That'd be great.
I don't know what they'd gain from it, but I wonder if anybody's ever got caught up in
I
some
wonder.
weird Jack
I
triangle.
bet somebody out there has to have tried.
Like they
Yeah.
go to like enroll him in kindergarten, and he's like a 40-year-old man or something, and then they're like he can't be
I don't
enrolled in
think
kindergarten.
Yeah,
And then, like the parents just look at each other and then like, okay, we're gonna have to, if you don't mind,
yeah.
you ever seen the movie Jack?
Yeah, they're gonna have to remind you of the movie Jack.
Yeah.
Everywhere we
Like,
go,
oh,
we
shit.
get this.
Man, it's like Jack.
Yeah,
Jacking him in the face.
I would
dude.
know. I would know right away. I'd be like, he's Jack.
He just got jacked in the
He just
face.
got Jack in the face. Jack, man, what a fucked up movie.
That was a fucked up movie.
Fuck
It
that
was a
movie.
sad. That
This
was
is a sad movie.
dude.
Fuck Robin Williams. I love Robin Williams.
Yeah.
But if that bastard does another movie that makes me laugh and then cry, like all in the same 2 hours, I'm gonna lose it.
Like World's Greatest Dad.
World's Great. Yeah, that was a fucked up movie.
God.
Yeah.
Robin Williams, man, he is a good actor, but dude, that
great actor.
at the end when he graduates high school and he's like an 80-year-old man.
Are you talking about Jack?
I'm talking about World's Greatest Dad. Yes, of course. He kept getting held back.
He did eventually.
No, but Jack, dude, that was sad.
It was. Yeah. What a sad movie. And then he dies. Yeah, he's just an old man graduating, and I'm assuming he dies not far after.
Probably old age, yeah. Man.
Ugh.
I haven't ever heard of that many cases of that, but what is it called? Like Jack syndrome now? Do they
I think
just
it's
probably
called,
change the name?
Yeah, I think it is Jack Robin Williams. disease.
Jack starring Robin Williams syndrome.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, that was a good movie though.
It was a good movie. Did that win like an Academy Award or something?
Probably not. I don't think so. I think Jennifer Lopez was in it though. Do you remember that? She was the teacher.
Uh-huh. Jack had the hots for her.
Yeah, totally.
He's not Jack. It's Robin Williams isn't attractive himself.
No.
Let alone if he's playing a 10-year-old
If he's acting
that
like
looks
a
like a
10-year-old.
40-year-old.
Yeah, that's not
That's
working.
even less attractive.
That's not working. Mm-mm. So yeah, man. Jack. Those were the days.
I remember when we were still young men. We would just record just funny little segments all the time.
We were manly brutes then. We were shining examples of masculinity.
That's very, very much true. I never really knew if I would be one of the old men that still talked in the old-timey voice.
Somehow along the way, I picked up this classy voice.
Absolutely. What do they call that type of speech? Dialect. You picked up an old man dialect over the years.
Somehow it just developed. It seems proper to speak like this now.
And that's why I kept hanging out with you after all these years.
Good.
We've had a lot of good memories. I would like to, if you would like to, I'd like to reminisce on maybe the first time we ever played that or this.
Oh, yes, I remember that now.
Yeah, and I think if you listen closely, you might be able to catch just a slight sound of Jake sitting in the background chuckling.
I remember Jake. He's passed on now, hasn't he?
I believe about 12 years ago he fell off a cliff.
What was he doing on a cliff?
Well, he took his family to the Grand Canyon, and he slipped and fell and died on impact.
That's violent.
He will be missed.
Well, let's immortalize him in the background, of course.
Of course.
This clip from our shining youth.
Let us remember, Ty. This little nugget from episode 6 titled Steal This Podcast.
How about we take this time to maybe kind of do something we haven't really done before? We've always kind of wanted to just kind of play a game. It's not so much a game, but more just like kind of like a fun way to maybe see where we're at.
Okay,
maybe.
yeah.
Let's just call it this or that. I mean, it's a take on a million different podcasts, games. We're not trying to say that we've invented this awesome new game. It's just kind of a fun thing that you would do with a friend, maybe sitting around. So
Good, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm going to give you 2 things that you have to pick from, and you got to tell me which one and why.
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather
Yes.
take a psychedelic drug
Yes.
right before you go into work
Whoa. Yeah.
and then be expected to go about your day,
Okay.
or sit at a crowded party and make out with the dog for 5 minutes?
Make out with the dog for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Whereas at first it would be kind of funny, but then it gets really weird.
Eventually, 5 minutes is a long time too.
Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
That's even better.
Okay. That's really tough. Let's see. I mean, on one hand, I could chalk me making out with the dog to being really drunk at this party. It's a party. I could just tell people I was really drunk
That's
out of my
fucked up.
mind.
Or that's like a new bit that you're working on. Like you're like a comedian,
Yeah.
and like you did that in Cleveland, and it fucking killed.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah,
You could be like an Andy Kaufman type comedy act.
And then you might be brilliant. But
Sure.
who knows?
You never know.
Let's
Let's see. And then oh man, psychedelic at work. That would be outrageous.
especially for you,
Mm-hmm.
that would be really outrageous.
That would be outrageous. I would just be standing there and my mind being blown by the various transactions and exchanges that I go through throughout my day. I'd be tearing down the absurdity of corporatism.
Transactions are really kind of like a strange thing if you really think about it.
It
You know,
is.
whenever this is such, it's just such a, I don't know, man. Just transactions in general. This is what like people do, and this is what has to be done here.
This is it. Like, here, give me this
and
money.
then
This
I know
paper.
what we're gonna do next.
Yeah, and it's a silly like, here's paper, and this paper has value, and you take it and you put it in your drawer, and then you give me items.
It really weirds you out when you really think hard about it while
Mhm.
you're doing it.
It freaks me out, man. When I see just how like fragile and like really like how society is just a contract essentially.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, so we're playing this game. It's like playing house or something with your little sister, and she's at the grocery store and she's the cashier. It's essentially like that.
Same thing happened to me the other day at Taco Bell. I'm going through the drive-thru, and then all of a sudden I have this weird, like, my mind just gets blown. It's just like,
Mhm.
okay, so these people have to be polite to me.
Yeah.
I tell them what food I want.
Yep.
They're like, okay, would you like this with it? Can I get you this? Can I do
Mhm.
this for you? No, I only want this. Okay, please pull around and they'll be ready for you.
Yeah.
And then you have to give them do the transaction
Yeah,
thing,
it is.
take your food, enjoy your meal.
There
It's
it
just
is.
kind of strange, man.
It's really weird, yeah, that our entire society is just built on basically transactions like that.
Anyways,
Yeah, I don't think I could handle an entire day of just that, basically, just freaking out about the stupid norms of society. I think I'd have to make out with the dog, man, for a couple minutes.
I would too.
Yeah.
I think that would, for me, like being under the influence of like a psychoactive substance
Yeah.
like that at work is one of the most terrifying things I can think of in my
No,
mind.
I wouldn't ever want to do it. No. And then there's actual risk to it too. From, you would obviously be acting differently. People would have to be able to tell.
Probably lose your job.
You might lose your job, and yeah. So definitely make out with the dog.
Then you would be, well, if you think of it that way, then you would probably be, after you lost your job,
Yeah.
sitting on the street corner making out with a dog
Yeah.
so people would throw dollars at you like you'd be a
That's
sideshow
true.
act.
That's true.
So
Either way, you end up making out with the dog. So,
that's a good point.
and I kind of like dogs.
Dogs
So-
are better than making out with a cat, dude.
Yeah,
Really.
that's for sure. They're rough tongues. Not good.
And they're fucking cat food breath?
Cat food breath. Cat breath is awful. It's worse than dogs most of the time.
Cat food is disgusting, man.
Yeah.
I should have
That's
asked
for
you.
damn sure.
I should have asked you if you'd rather eat dog food or cat food,
Mhm.
but I think I know the answer now.
Yeah, for sure. Dog food.
Dog food would be way better.
So yeah, I guess I kind of have one for you then.
Oh my goodness! I
let me
wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, let me see if I can word it correctly because it's a little complicated. But okay, so think of. Oh, I'm gonna have to give you like an actual person. Yeah. Okay. So say we'll say your aunt, the oldest aunt that you have.
Immediate picture in my head.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it.
Would you rather we'll say make out. Would you rather make out with her and have nobody ever know that you ever did it? Or would you rather not make out with her and have everybody think that you did, like dead certainty, like that dude made out with his aunt? And it's just public common knowledge that you did make out with her. So would you rather not make out with her and have everybody know with certainty that you did? Or would you rather make out with her and nobody ever finds out?
That's a very good question. I think that the actual realization of knowing that I made out with Aunt Barb would like just crush me.
Aunt Barb.
Yeah. It would make shit so weird.
Yeah.
I would never be able to look at Uncle Nip again.
Yeah.
So,
Nip and Barb, huh?
Barb and Nip. That's
Whoa.
actually what they go by. Yeah, Barb
Okay.
and Nip.
Barb and Nip.
Yep. But I think I would rather people just think, because maybe in
Would
a
you?
way, like I'd be like that kind of mysterious guy.
Yeah.
You think? I mean, like if I played it off right, maybe they'd be like, that dude fucking made out with his aunt.
Yeah.
And she didn't even want it, but he just like had such a spell. I'd just like make like a story.
I don't know. I think people would mostly be like, what the fuck, dude? You made out with your aunt? I don't know if there's a spin you can put on it But hey, I mean, I guess you could try.
I would try. I think I'd rather everybody think that than actually do it.
Than actually do it.
I couldn't make out with Aunt Barb.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that would definitely be a thing, is knowing that you actually did. I don't know, man. I might have to go with the actually did it.
Really?
Yeah. I think I might have to.
You would make out with Aunt Tippy? Is that her name?
It would be, for me, it would be my aunt, oh, Chris.
I was
It's
just
really
thinking
weird
Tippy.
saying it now.
I know you gotta say it.
Yeah, Francine.
Aunt
Francie. Yeah, whoa. Now that I put a name to it.
I'm starting to get
face
vibes that maybe Aunt Francie and Aunt Barb are very similar people.
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah. But,
Great lady. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, awesome.
She's a grade A
I love
lady.
Barb and France.
But
Yeah.
they could probably be friends in real life.
Probably hang out.
We should see if we can get them on the podcast.
Yeah?
Yeah. Little
We should
ant
do
talk.
that little ant talk. Let's not tell them about this conversation.
Yeah.
Or maybe let's do. Maybe we can swap. We can
Oh
swap
my
ants.
get some ant swapping going on.
I'm just saying, if you're open
Well, really,
to it, that would be.
That's just where she pretends like I'm her nephew, and then
There you go.
she offers to buy like me like McDonald's or something like that. And then
Yeah.
my Aunt Barb will just make sure that would you like cookies? Would you like me to?
That's true.
That might be
You can
kind
do
of
that.
that'd be kind of cool and kind of hot.
That'd be nice.
A little ant swapping.
That'd be cool. So, yeah, I mean, I think I might actually have to do it. Do the deed. Because, I mean, if you don't and people think you did, you might as well have anyway.
Well, you didn't really specify how long either.
That's true.
I mean, making out though is where it gets.
I mean,
kinda
like,
hot and heavy.
I think when I say make out, I mean a good, 10-minute sesh in your basement couch or something, basically. That's what I'm envisioning, anyway.
You got the TV on mute. You got
Yeah.
the radio on, maybe some soft rock stations.
Some soft rock. Yeah, it's playing maybe like Dust in the Wind or something.
Yeah.
or Hotel
Yeah.
California.
I could see maybe having a black light on.
Mm-hmm.
The door's locked, so mom can't come down. Because you don't want mom coming
no,
in.
you
Or
don't want that
are
to
you
happen.
kids okay down there? Can I
Mhm.
get you anything?
Damn it, Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
that
don't want to get
happening.
interrupted.
No.
No. So, yeah, that actually sounds pretty good.
Making
I
out
think
with your
it's-
aunt.
yeah, I'm definitely going to do the ant thing.
Oh, yes, Ty. I'm having a good time sitting here with you today reminiscing.
The memories of youth.
Oh, dandy memories, aren't they?
They're putting some vigor in my bones again.
So as we sit here, country wind blowing through our hair, well, my hair at least, you've lost yours over the years.
I don't have a thread of hair on my entire body anymore.
Especially the eyebrows. You have a very shiny forehead.
I know, but it makes me very aerodynamic on my stroller.
Well, you've always been aerodynamic in my opinion, but
Thank you.
nonetheless, let's reminisce about a time maybe when we had a guest on our show.
Yes, who would that be?
Well, I would like to think of a time when we had a young Tyler.
Oh, yes, Tyler. I remember his face.
I do too. It was an okay face.
Not a bad face.
He's not a bad boy. But he was always a little controversial, always opinionated.
Yes, he had many opinions that he would share with you, whether you wanted to hear it or not.
Yes, he was that type of person, most definitely. How about we stop this chitter-chatter and we get to the memory?
Let's.
It would be awesome, kids. Go stop Scientology.
There are a lot of character actors that are Scientologists.
Yes.
You're right. Really,
Yeah.
the only A-listers. I mean, this is
No. I saw a face.
yeah. Rodrigo pulled up a website here, and it shows 25. We can actually go through. I mean, that's not a
Let's
very
go
long
through and
list.
just maybe hit the big ones.
So, big one, of course, number one.
Travolta.
John Travolta, of course.
And his child, didn't his kid die somehow as a correlation to this, as far as not wanting to get medical attention for what?
I have absolutely no idea.
I think you're thinking of the movie Domestic Disturbance.
That might be
I think
what
that
I'm
was just a
talking
movie.
about.
Yeah.
That might just be a movie. I'm not really
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, Tom Cruise. We can skip over
Yeah,
that
Tom
one.
Cruise.
Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley.
That might be why she's fat.
That must be it.
Danny Masterson from that 70s show. He played Hyde on that 70s
That's
show.
a random one. I would have thought he had been drugged out in some motel.
A lot of sitcom stars I've
Okay.
noticed. Giovanni Ribisi.
Oh, no, that's disappointing.
And yeah, I'm not even
I like
sure
him
what
a lot.
role I would peg him in. I've seen him in a bunch. I've seen him in Lost in
Private Ryan.
Lost in Translation.
Lost in Translation.
He was the creepy guy in the movie Ted that wanted Ted in a big bad way.
I haven't seen that movie. Don't spoil it for
Great
me.
movie.
Right.
Spoiler alert. Leah Remini from King of Queens.
Yeah.
Lisa Marie Presley.
Okay. Whatever. I don't like
Kelly Preston. Juliette Lewis.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I know, she's cool, man.
She seems pretty cool.
Nancy Cartwright. The voice of Bart Simpson.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so mark that on your calendar. Yeah, sure. Linda Blair from The Exorcist.
Oh.
Yeah, because she had such a long, profitable career after that movie.
Can I say I had a bit of a crush on Linda Blair? Not during The Exorcist.
Oh my god!
When that head started spinning around, spewing that pea soup.
Jeez, dude.
I got a boner.
You got a spicy boner from that?
Oh my god!
No, afterwards she turned into a bit of a hottie into her.
I could never think of her as anything else but the head spinning around.
I would have asked you, would you rather go on a date with Linda Blair or jerk John Travolta off?
Man,
because I would have had a hard time with that one too, because she scares me, dude.
Linda Blair I would go on a date with over her, but is it the Exorcist chick or whatever her name is in that movie? Then no.
That's her. Look.
That's
her,
her.
No, but I'm saying the character.
Oh, yeah, the character, obviously.
No, I would not. I would just kill John Travolta and have my own
power
happy
of my
ending.
wiener compels you.
Well, memories, they tucker me right out.
Oh, yeah, just about everything tuckers me out these days,
That's true. What say you we take a small break?
Yeah, that sounds good. How would you like a refill on your sweet tea there, Ty?
That would be top capital.
All right. All right, I'll go download us a picture.
Excellent. Download me some Ensure while you're at it.
All right, last time I did, I got a slight virus from it, but I think I figured it out this time. How about we reminisce about a song that Uncle Brian played on ukulele while we're away?
Old Uncle Brian, let's do it.
Yeah, we should be back in about 2.5 to 3 minutes, I'd say.
Alright. This is a song I composed myself. I hope you enjoy it. Since I held you in my arms, standing in the rain, wondering if I'll see you again. At least the drops hide the pain. How much can we endure? How long in the manure? Don't you know war isn't the cure? How much can we endure? What a trip. Red state, blue state, hypocrites. Republic bloods and Democrats. Who'll carry the sword? Who'll crack that whip? Send our kids on an overseas trip.
Oh, yes, Ty. I'm having a great time just sitting here reminiscing with you today.
Yes, Rocky, I'm having a blast.
We don't do this nearly enough.
No, we should do it more often, that is for sure.
Oh, I agree with you. Is there anything in particular that you'd like to reminisce about?
Well, I do remember a unique young individual that was a guest from time to time. His name was Brennan.
Oh, yes, I remember Brennan.
Yes, who could forget?
What a soul he was.
He was. He was a strange man.
Very much so. I remember he would come in, eat all of my cookie dough ice cream, and have a beer with about 3 ice cubes in it.
That's right. He had beer with ice cubes, and now to this day, I can't enjoy a beer without putting 3 ice cubes in it.
Neither can I, and that's the way I think everyone does it these days.
I think so. We didn't know it, but he was starting something that day.
That Brennan was always, looking back, he was always a step ahead of us.
He was. We just didn't understand.
What's he up to these days?
I believe he's running for the vice presidency.
That's very good. He's got my vote then.
Yes.
Now, I could see it not so much for president, but vice president I think suits him very well.
Yeah. I believe his running tagline was ice cubes in every beer.
Hear, Ty.
Yes.
Well, I remember this episode quite vividly. It was around the time of the London Olympics.
Yes, the old Olympics.
So that was a hot topic, and if you'll remember, Ty, just this past summer, they were in Canada.
That's right, in Canada for the first time in quite a while.
Yep, and it's probably going to be an even longer while before they come back.
It probably will. I think we all learned a lesson there.
You remember the 2.5-week hockey tournament that they had?
Goodness, do I? I watched it every moment.
Apparently the referees were Canadian, and they were too afraid of hurting anyone's feelings.
That's right. I think they now call it the 2 weeks of Surrey. I believe that's how they refer to it now.
And now that you mention it, I have heard that term thrown around a time or two.
Yes.
So, well, let's quit dilly-dallying and get right to the meat of this conversation. From episode 11.
Can you guys imagine just how much fucking doo-doo puss Michael Phelps is getting right now?
Oh my gosh. Michael Phelps is knee-deep in doo-doo puss.
And so is Ryan Lochte.
Yeah.
Too. It's pretty much everyone who has a huge supply of medals.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard the stories of what goes in the Olympics, right?
I have not.
What goes in the Olympics stays in the Olympics.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what that means.
I know it's true about 10K swim races.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it happens like...
So what are you
just
saying
imagine
right
what
now?
Usain Bolt's under.
Are you saying that there's much...
There's much poontang going on there. Yeah, much orgies.
Okay.
I'm not...
Yeah.
Orgies at the Olympics, you think?
Yeah, man. It's like, let's see. Just imagine what is the Olympic villages.
Yeah.
So, like, they're really just condominiums, and you have no, like, real privacy. You, like, get roommates, and they all have to row and, like, 100 people per square 10 yards.
Yeah, and imagine if, I mean, and I can't blame them.
And they're all young.
They're all young,
they're all
beautiful, the most physically fit people in
they're
the
like
world.
in their absolute prime, and they are putting them together.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. They do like put them in different, like, you know, sexes and stuff.
That would be an amazing sight to see, like, all different athletes from all over the world having an orgy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And they're all wearing
on
their
there
medals.
because no one, not even like reporters, are really allowed to be in there.
Let's just take a moment of silence and just picture all these different athletes
Yeah.
of all different nations
All
across the
races.
world.
Dude, when I was
Wearing-
watching the Olympics, all I can really think about is like, I wonder how much pussy this or how dick this guy or girl has.
Yeah, dude. Just wearing nothing.
I'm just like, I'm just like, that's kind of hard because now this kind of opened my like. It should be so obvious what's going on underneath there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, parents don't know, the media doesn't know.
I'm pretty sure everybody
Everyone kind of
so.
knows, but it doesn't matter. It's like, I'm not going to stop you.
Yes. Just everyone.
Just naked athletes.
Just a tangle of physically fit bodies and medals.
That's how the Olympics
against
work.
each other.
That's how the Olympics were. They literally did train under the nude.
Just hurdling.
And their babies.
Well, Ty, I've had a great time reminiscing with you today.
As have I, Rocky, but I just feel like something's missing.
Well, what do you think that is?
I don't know. It's really I feel like someone is missing. I have a hole in my heart.
You know who it is, don't you?
Who is it?
It's Rodrigo.
Oh, I knew it, Rodrigo.
He's still getting to me after all these years.
He is. I feel angry just saying his name.
Yep, and you know what? It really just makes me remember all the times. Do you think we were a little too harsh on the little bugger?
I guess, perhaps, but he was kind of a shithead.
Exactly. Now, do you know what he's doing now? Or
I think he might be Speaker for the House.
Oh, the Senate?
Yes, in Senate.
Oh, very much. Wow, that's kind of an odd job because I could hardly get him to speak 2 words.
No, right? I'd wonder when he learned English finally.
I wonder why he never spoke very often. Let's think back.
God damn it, Rodrigo.
Rodrigo, you fucking suck at what you do.
Rodrigo, would you quit being an idiot already?
You are an exquisite piece of shit, Rodrigo.
Do you ever do anything right, Rodrigo?
Ty, I hate Rodrigo so much right now. The dude is killing me.
Dude, Roddy, we're gonna fire you right now. You wanna walk out of here?
Can we get a producer in here that actually fucking knows what he's doing?
Oh my god, Rodrigo's giving me a headache.
This coffee's a little cold today, Rodrigo. So I heard that Rodrigo just left him in the green room.
You just left him sitting in the green room, is that what you're saying?
Exactly. It's like fucking get off your ass and do your job, Rodrigo.
Jesus, dude, these are our guests, Rodrigo. We can't just leave them out there waiting.
Rodrigo! Well, Ty, I guess that just about wraps things up for the 14th episode.
Yeah, I guess unfortunately we're out of time here.
Yeah. I think it was a great success. We learned a lot about each other.
I'd say so. It was a night of magic and experiences.
What do you say we throw some thank yous out?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to thank the audience for coming out from just all corners of the country, just making the trek out.
Huge. We should thank the house band, Johnny Ringo and the Tombstone 5.
Oh yeah, check them out, guys. They're a stellar band. I'd also like to thank Satan for the amazing intro he gave us. It was a good get.
Yeah, that was a great get. And you know what? We'll catch you guys later on the Complete Sentences podcast.
Bye, guys.
Oh shit, Ty, we forgot to mention that Brennan was sitting in with us too.
God, I forgot about Brennan. Brennan, say goodbye to the folks, will you?
Goodbye. Later on.